time she won a big case. Once they built the house in 1929, every time she won a big case or they won a big case, she would add on because everybody, friends and family, wanted to come and stay and, visit. And so she would just keep adding on and adding on. So that's why we have a very small kitchen and 3 dining rooms, because she had to feed everybody. So actually, Lee Graham, who owns all the cattle and handles all our fields for us and owns the horses that are here, his aunt and his grandma both worked in the kitchen here, and he grew up following his grandpa around, and he was, I think, about 14 and working with his grandpa down by the railroad tracks, and his grandfather was killed. But he and his brother have gone on to be incredible businessmen in their own right. So let's start. The architect who built the house was a famous Adobe architect named John Byers. And I apologize, the house is not cleaning. The cleaning crew's coming tomorrow. And he wanted to bring some of the architectural elements. Hey, outside, I told you wait, go. Thank you, go. In here, and so you'll see up here on the walkway, see the posts that came from the fences, and then underneath these are hand-beam railroad ties. Our floors, our squeaky floors are all hand-hewn. This piano is from the mid-1800s, and I used to say 1848, and then the guy who was supposedly a piano expert came in and said, no, it's not. I said, okay, tell me what year it's from, and he called it and everything. So, upstairs we have 2 bedrooms and a bathroom. And then down this hall, I'll show you, we have, when the house was built, this is where the family lived. And then when everyone else was up, you're not minding very well. Don't let him trick you guys. He's excited. And then when Celeste was the only one left here living in the house, she had this whole area to her. And these are her books right here. Celeste was a well-known author, and we have all her books all over in almost every room. This was Celeste's brother David Campbell. He died in his 20s of cancer. And this was originally Littlebell's office, and that's actually her desk over there. And then, so we just go back down the hallway. Watch out for him. Bathroom, another bedroom, and we've now turned this back into a sitting room. This was a bedroom as well. Little kitchenette here because the family lived back here. Little solarium that when Celeste lived here, she had full of beautiful plants, and Peggy managed to kill them all. Because I do not agree with them. My mom did, but I don't. Oh, somebody's left a cord here. Okay, then on the other side of the hall, we have in/library, and we've changed it a bit since you were here, Susan. We took all of those bookcases out up there, and we put a couple of beds up there, twin beds.
Oh, cool.
So, and throughout the house.
I noticed that little hidden staircase before.
Yeah, carpeted. Isn't that interesting? Very 60s or whatever. Yeah. Throughout the house now, we have, this is a big, big, big deal that Scott and I are so excited about. We have the mini split units, so we have heat and air in here now. Instead of all the old ugly air conditioners sticking out of the windows, which just detracted from the outside of the building. So Scott is super proud of that. One more bedroom. And then we go back out to the hallway, through a bathroom. Oh, and I guess I should turn off the alarm, cover your ears.
adobe house before we moved into our house.
Oh, really?
It was amazingly cool,
Yeah.
and warm. It's great insulation. I miss it.
Yeah, our walls are 18-inch thick adobe in the main house.
My old house, I was telling Veronica, my husband and I used to live in an adobe house in Apple Valley.
Yeah.
And you know what I loved? It all had paper tile throughout the whole thing.
Uh-huh.
And in the summertime, I would take all the furniture out on the front porch and just squirt down everything inside.
Yeah.
And it was the most amazing feeling, just
Yeah.
of having like perfectly cleaned
Yeah,
house.
exactly. Okay, so again, we had 3 dining rooms, this being the largest, and we call it the family dining room. Again, I'm sorry because it's not clean.
Don't worry about it.
Kitchen, very small. Can you believe 2 or 3 people cooked for all the ranch hands, all the guests, and all the family? 3 meals a day.
Gotta be organized.
And then this is a pantry every woman should have. And we have an industrial refrigerator, little freezer for ice. Veronica, we now rent out the main house and the little rooms that I'll show you outside as a vacation rental. And we can sleep up to 42 people. So it's really nice. People who used to have to go up to Big Bear or somewhere and share the common areas can now come here and have everything to themselves and not have to share any common areas. And it's just it's just really nice for people. We get a lot of church groups, we get a lot of family reunions, we get some corporate retreats.
That'll probably pick up again next year.
Yeah. And then the family comes and stays as well. Okay, then we're still going this way. That cupboard right there, it's a cupboard. Depending on the family member you listen to, it was either a room screen or a chest.
Oh.
And they made it into that cupboard. And they loved Europe. They toured Europe, and most of the artwork and everything that you see in here, this is all what Greta Campbell had. Maybe not in the exact same place, but pretty much what she had. And a lot of it came from Europe. This is our upper dining room. You can tell it was an outdoor dining room. An outdoor patio. You see the old pictures, and this was nothing but dirt back here. It was crazy. And I always want to make that into a pizza oven, but can't do it. Yeah. This used to be the 3rd dining room, and we're kind of converting it slowly into a sitting room. I'm going to get new couch and chairs and stuff. And then that's just a little hallway and a bathroom. And then you got to see the poodle room, which is next door to our left. We had a flood this year.
Oh no.
And we lost some of the walls of the poodle paper. Oh, cool. So these are the poodles doing the can-cans. They picked this up on their European trip somewhere, France, I would imagine.
Fun.
And so we still call it the poodle room. And then little bathroom, and that's about it. So that's the main house.
Okay. Thank you.
Wow.
You're welcome. And then we also have little rooms out here, 12 or 14 rooms that are kind of like little rustic, cute hotel rooms.
Good.
So that's how we end up sleeping with 42 people.
I've always wanted to come here. This is so neat to be able
Well,
to.
now you've had a personal tour.
I sure appreciate it.
Absolutely.